Before I start this video, I just want to say, click the link in the description. I got some free analog presets for you. I got some loops in there for you, you feel me? It's free on me. All you gotta do is just click the link in the description, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright man, it's my fourth time recording a fucking video. My bad. Anyways, I posted on YouTube and Instagram a couple days ago on what y'all struggling on one shots, and most of y'all was basically saying how to make your one shots realistic and how to make the best out of my one shot. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you 3 ways to really step up your one shot samples. You're gonna need no VST, you can just do this in FL. The other 2 ways you're gonna need VSTs, but they're real cheap and they can really like sauce up your samples, you feel me? Alright, so I got this mallet shot and I just put a MIDI over it. That shit sound like doo-doo, but we gonna turn it up. So first thing you wanna do is do not sleep on your sampler, gang. Like, don't sleep on your sampler, bro. There's tons of stuff you can do with your sampler. I've been playing with the slide and the delay on the sampler for a minute now. So the first thing is go ahead and automate your envelope and automate whatever this is right here, man. This is thing you can do with the amount and the speed, and it kind of makes it flutter. So what I do is I right click here, I make an automation clip on my amount, and I make an automation clip on my speed, and I'm just playing around with those, trying to give movement to the melody. Also, another thing you could do is put a low pass filter on here by using this. You got your filter knob, I just put this on LP, which means low pass, and I automate that. But like, it's just to add like a little movement and texture to the one shots. Now the next thing to mess with is your envelope. Playing with the attack and the decay of the envelope could kind of like soothe out the one shot, make it sound like a pad, or make it hit real sharp like a pluck. So I just go over here and I automate my attack and I automate my sustain or release or whatever. You can automate any one of these knobs. So in the beginning, I have my release kind of like falling back a little bit, and this is gonna like soothe out the one shot. The next thing that you can play with is, if you go over here to the wrench tool, you can play with this polyphony porta. Put that shit on porta. I might play with the numbers, but this slide knob is what you want to play with, man. Make an automation clip, and this is where you can do your bends and stuff. And that right there really just adds a whole different texture to the melody. Second to last thing is playing with the delay. Now I like to play with this feedback, you know what I'm saying? Just mess with your time, you know what I'm saying? Get your delay right. But I like about this delay in the sampler is you could adjust the pitch of the sample. So I got this pitched all the way up and I got this on ping pong. And what this is doing is when the sample delays, so I got this automation clip as delay feedback, and I'm just controlling like where I want the delays to come in. But I also got my pitch, and basically when the delays come in, I want my sample to like pitch up an octave, and then I got it pitching down the octave right here. So you're gonna hear what it sounds like. Then of course, you know, you can play with your pan. I didn't know about this, bro. I just found out about this. This shit hard, but you can actually go in here and really automate your pan and shit, you know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if FL Ben had that, but shit, that shit fire. That's just a way to really use the sampler to finesse your melody. Then you go what you do, you know what I'm saying? You can flip it, add your little halftime or do whatever. Alright, so the second way to really sauce up your samples is put them in Arcade. Now you probably like, but what the fuck everybody talking about? Listen, Arcade got this new update that you can actually put your own samples in there and use the little micro effects that they be having on the arcade banks. You can actually tweak that yourself now, you feel me? So I just went ahead and just got 2 random one shots, and I got some like little vocal shots, you feel me? And I just put it in a little MIDI. Now this arcade trick is really good for like taking a little starter and flipping it and turning it into a melody, or adding textures on top of your melodies, you feel me? Basically what you want to do is you want to go to imported samples, and you can actually like drag samples in here. So like I could just take like, you know what I'm saying, like a little bell. All you want to do is hit this generate kit, and now what it's going to do is it's going to set everything in there for you on the BPM, you know what I'm saying? Make sure it's in the right key and whatnot. But I'm going to just put this on like one of these little presets. You can see you can control like the air, the light, the dark verb, all that type shit. But now if I hit a note in here, it's going to like chop my sample.
Oh my god, what is that?
By that shit fire. I'm going to put this on chop, and let's see what we come up with. Ooh, I like this spatial expanse, bro. I'm not even going to count. This shit sound hard. Let me see what it is. Once you find a little preset that you like, all you gotta do is hit save and play, you feel me? And you just go to custom. You could actually go back into it, hit these three dots and hit edit. And this is where you could like really tweak each and individual chop. You can modify it, reverse it, play with the attack, the decay. You could tune it up, play with the speed, play with the mix on it, add different effects on it, play with the modulation. Like you can do really crazy stuff. Now me, I already was liking how the presets was, so I just went in here and I just played around with something. I don't know about you, but that sounds way better than. Now the next trick that I'm finna show you is how to actually like take a one-shot note and put it in there so you can actually like use a one-shot in the VST. And you can do this with a tutorial plugins. Now the video I'm dropping next week, I'm gonna walk you down step by step on how to do this with Mellotron because it's the easiest. But my most favorite one to do this with is called Pigments. You can also do this with Emulator. Alright, so what I like about Analog Lab is you could blend different VSTs in a tutorial collection with each other. So for this one I have Pigments blended in with Emulator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up Pigment. Now if you change your engine to sample, you could actually put your own one shots in here. So for this engine 2, I just got like a basic pad. I just took a pad from anywhere, like, and I just dragged it into Pigment. Now the first thing I like to do is turn on the granular. Now this is kind of like Portal, where you do like the little grains and all that type of shit. What I like about it is you can actually put your own like envelopes and LFO shit on top of it. I'm gonna be real, man, I'm not really too like complex on this shit right here, you feel me? Like this is what I suggest, bro. What I like to do is I like to take one of these like envelopes, like I'll take this envelope right here and I'll put it on my start time and put it on like the density or like the width and volume, and basically it's just gonna automate the knob to give like, you know what I'm saying, give that shit a little movement. Over here to your right you got your filters and shit. So I got this pad filtered out a little bit. Now if you hit the edit knob over here, you can actually loop the one shot. So what I have is the loop plays, and then after it's done playing, it just loops this one part. So if you go over here to FX, I already got the effects on here, to be honest with you. So I got a chorus, some tape echo, and a flanger. But these are all the like different effects you could put on the sound. And I also got a little bit of reverb on here too. I'm gonna turn on the other engine, and I just have another random one shot that I put on here. It's a little pluck. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the granular on and I'm gonna just play with it. You see how it kind of soothed it out a little bit, so I'm gonna really just mess with these knobs, you feel me? Like turn this shit up, just really like turn everything up. So I'm gonna just take this right here, you see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna play with the size for sure, and just have that shit do that right there. So yeah, I'm just showing you like different ways you could just really tweak this shit. Now once you're done with that, what I like to do is go to edit preset, and I'll blend this in with another preset, you feel me? The preset that I'm actually using is Emulator. Emulator is also another plugin that you can use, throw your own one shot in. So I actually got a one shot that comes from my free pack that I'm dropping next week. It's like a little accent, like it's like a little, I don't know, like a pixel or something. Now what I like about this one is, man, you can really play with the envelope, but you can also stack more like samples on top of each other. You can loop the point, reverse it, all types of stuff. And you also got effects that you could put on here. So I could put like a flanger, delay, or some effects on here, which I'm actually about to do. So let me go ahead and mute this and turn this one on real quick. I'm gonna take this flanger off and I'm gonna put a phaser on here, and I'm gonna just turn the stereo feedback up. So all we did was take a dry one shot and just do it through here, put a little processing on it. And if I want to layer more one shots on here, I could layer some more one shots on here. For right now, this is cool. So I'm gonna just turn this back on. I'm gonna blend these a little bit. There we go. Now we turn dry one shots into 5 one shots. Now also what I like about this is you got more effect pedals down here. So on my first one, what I have is a chorus, and I just have a chorus on the little pluck. And then here for the emulator, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this effect on, and all of this is just like a little amp. And then you also got your send, so you have a delay here and a reverb, and you can pick like what type of delay you want, what type of reverb you want. So I already got those already like routed how I want to. So after you do that, man, just test it out with some MIDI, man, see if this shit hard. Alright, man, so those are just 3 ways to really take your one shots and add crazy textures and really step them up. I definitely advise, like, you could take a whole bunch of one shots, just record random ass sounds and some shit, and put them in the analog lab or put them in the arcade and just see what you come up with, you feel me? So if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And then also make sure you go get the free analog lab presets and some samples that I got in the description. I'm gonna see you in the next video, my boy.